Hello and welcome to the City of Rochester Core HHA training program. This is the FLIPS Learning Management System, and this is what your dashboard is going to look like for the duration of this training. First thing you'll notice is a big banner in the center. That's just to tell you where you are. The next thing you're going to see is a YouTube video down here. This is a placeholder video, but when you log in for the first time, you'll actually be seeing this video that I'm recording right now. So that'll give you an overview and a resource for how to navigate the learning management system throughout if you ever get stuck on something or you're not sure where to go. So first, most important thing is this widget right here. This gives you all of the training that you have to do in one place. It tells you what instructor-led training sessions that you have right here, what courses you haven't started yet, and which ones are in progress that you have started but haven't completed. Now, we haven't started any yet, but as we go through this tutorial, you'll see that a red number will shift over to in progress. So clicking to get started, you'll see the first thing right here is the HHA curriculum. This contains the 3 courses that you're going to go through the duration of this training. And we're going to go ahead and click that. That's where you're going to start. Now you'll notice on this page that it'll give you an overview of what the learning plan is about. Go ahead and read that. And then there are 3 courses through here. The first one is going to be the pre-employment workshop, and the second one is going to be the core curriculum. The third one is going to be, to round out everything, mental health first aid training to help prepare you for the journey ahead. So going into the pre-employment workshop, which is the first one in the series, you'll notice that it has this not yet started check, and these other 2 have locks on them. You'll only be able to start taking these once you've completed the first pre-employment workshop. Then when you complete the HCR tests in the LMS, then you'll be able to, after the full core training, you'll be able to move on to the mental health first aid training at the end. So let's go ahead and take a look at what the AVS pre-employment workshop looks like. So you're going to get this big page with a list of sessions. It shows you the dates right here. So if you're in the 328 session, that's the one you're going to want to go ahead and enroll in. You click this little caret up at the top right and click enroll into the session. When you're enrolled in the session, it's going to give you a location, how to get to where you need to go to attend the session, and like time details right in here with the time zone. And then below, it'll give you a course description of everything that you're going to learn in the course. This is just a brief course description telling you what to expect. And for the pre-employment training, you will be able to join remotely, though it's greatly preferred if you could attend in person. It's structured so that you'll learn the material better in person. That said, moving over to the content tab, you'll see that there are a lot of materials in here. And so any one of these, following along with your instructor, you will be able to click and click again, and it'll download a file and use the training material to support your learning. That's going to be the rest of these files throughout here. There are various files, slides, PDFs, Word docs that all go to support the mission of the training. The next thing that you're going to have to do after all of those files, the last file being emotional intelligence, you're going to click on the survey right here, and the link that you'll find right here is to a Google survey, and it's just to say what your experience was with the course and whether you enjoyed it, what you learned, things of that nature. And finally, to complete this, you just want to click the final training material, which says attestation, and go ahead and click to begin. And it just asks you, hey, did you do this course? And by saying yes, you agree that you did it. And click to submit. And then back to course. And look, you're passed. You have completed the course. So now we're going to go navigate back to the landing page, and some things are going to look a little bit different. You'll notice that now you have one in the ILT section of this dashboard that says done. You only have now 2 that haven't been started, the HCR tests and the mental health first aid training. And you could go ahead and click from here to get into the next section of the training, which is the all of the tests associated with the core curriculum delivered by HCR. Or you could go to the In Progress tab where you have your whole HHA curriculum, and I'm going to show it to you this way. So you see that this green check mark means that the first course in the learning plan is complete. Now you're going to go into the HCR tests and start learning. Now these are going to be delivered as a series of chapter exams as practice tests to help better prepare you for your final. And the final is going to be uploaded about halfway through your section of the training, and so that you won't see here right now, but you will see it upon test day. That'll be available for you. But yeah, so going ahead and seeing how tests work, you'll click Start Now. And it looks similar to the attestation that we just looked at. It's because it's using the same engine to build it. But if you go ahead and click to begin, you'll have a list of questions. They're going to be multiple choice, and I'm gonna do the good old reliable trick of selecting C for everything, just so you could see how the test gets submitted. There we go. And then when you're done answering the test, you'll click Submit. And it turns out it wasn't a great strategy choosing C for everything, because I got a 2 out of 10. And you'll also notice that it says pass. These are for learning checks only, these practice exams. They're not your final. It's just to help you learn what's expected on the final exam. And so you can go ahead to either go back to the course if you want to take a break, which is what you're going to be doing, because in the next session you'll be taking the next practice exam. But if you wanted to just go straight through, you could go to the next test and start the next test right there. But it would be on material that you likely haven't covered yet. So that's how the workflow is going to go for all of the tests. And then similar to the pre-employment training, at the very end, you're also going to have a survey, and it's actually a survey built within the LMS. So you'll click here, it'll ask you a few questions, go through and fill them out, and then that's that. Once you're done, you click Submit, and the course will complete. The survey is going to take place after the final exam. So this is going to be the last thing that you do for the core training. Okay, and so we'll go back to your homepage. So we're back at the homepage, and you'll see now that your not started is down to 1. That's the final course, and you'll also see that it's unlocked. I actually went in the back and unlocked that manually so that we could see what the final course looks like. But that will unlock for you once you complete the survey at the end of the HCR course. And so In Progress also only won the learning plan, and you'll see these 2 are checked off, right? So that's great. Now we're moving into the home stretch here. Going into the mental health first aid training, you'll see that, again, there are a few sessions available to take. The first one starting on April 26th. That's the end of the first cycle. There are a few sessions that are going to be run throughout the year on this. But if you go into here, you'll be able to see that it's actually a 2-day training. So it's broken out into from 8:30 until 12:30 on day one, and then on day two it is also the same time, same location, but it is a 2-day training. So you're going to go ahead and enroll into the session, similar to how we did for the pre-employment, and you'll notice that this gives you the same information as before. It also gives you the same location and map details, and it gives you content. And so in here, you'll notice there are just a few files that you need to download um, to follow along with the course. But this is an in-person training, so your instructor will lead you through this training using these files as resources for you to learn. And so that's really it. Back at your homepage, I'm just going to cover a couple more quick things. You'll notice that there's a menu up here. You won't really need to utilize this for any purpose, but it does have navigation features, and it allows you to see some of your training statistics. So if you went into My Activities, for example, you could look at the activity that you had within the last 12 months, what you've completed, what you have in progress, what you need to begin. The top 3 viewed courses that you have, things like that. And you could also get into your courses by clicking here. So that's in the user menu in My Courses and Learning Plans. That's another way you could get to the same page. So if we click here, you'll see that this is the page that we've been working from the whole time. That's available also in the In Progress tab in here. And so couple different ways to navigate, but essentially that covers everything. You might see if you get notified of something, you might see a notification right up here. You could click it. Right now we don't have any, but it'll show up the same red circle as this. Otherwise, thank you very much for taking the time to watch this. This has covered the workflow for the City of Rochester Core HHA training program. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to learning@flips.org. We'll try to help you out with anything LMS related. Otherwise, thanks so much and have a good rest of your day.